What's up, guys? I'm the host of Shonen Showdown, Scott, and sitting to the left of me is...
Time out. We're not going to do that today.
What?
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Shonen Showdown. I'm your host, Robinson. To the right of me is...
the host of Shonen Showdown. All right, moving on. Today, we have another Fire Force debate for you guys. We're going to get right to it. Give us a quick break.
Alright, see, this is why I can't have Scotty doing the intros, because he didn't even let you guys know what the title of the video
Y'all
was
need to
and what's
know that.
going on.
Just watch.
Alright, so we see that there are a couple captains in the Fire Force that have kind of aligned themselves with the eight's principles of, trying to investigate internally and see what's going on. And of these captains, we have Benimaru of the 7th.
Right.
We have Obi of the 8th. And we have Hibana of the 5th. Alright? So we want to kind of tier them out currently and see who's stronger than who's weaker than who. So right now, I think number 1 is obvious, but I'll ask you anyway. Who is the strongest of these 3 captains, Scott?
The strongest of the 3 captains?
Yes. I don't know why you're taking this long to think
Besides
about
Captain Burns? Oh, easy. Benimaru.
Yes.
Benimaru by far.
Yes, the answer is Benimaru. Let's just go into it. 2nd generation and 3rd generation combined. Absolute beast. Took down a horned infernal, which is the same type of infernal that was able to, decommission konro.
Right.
This is the level of offensive power that we see from Benimaru. Him fighting the entire 8th company and leaving virtually unscathed until Obi hit him. Benimaru is just complete beast on all levels. His firepower is through the roof. There's not really anything you could really say negatively when it comes to Benimaru when we're talking about his combative skills. So I think, yes, out of these 3 captains, everyone should have him at number 1.
Also, you can't forget that his one of his main abilities that we saw him use in episode 12 when he was fighting the 8th was his EA chop form attacks.
Yeah.
So at this point, we really don't know if he's supposed to be in Demon Slayer or not. But it's safe to say that his son abilities can do some damage. Moving on, who do you have for the pick for 2nd most powerful of those captains?
Well, I think it's only right. If we're gonna pick, Benimaru number 1, I gotta pick the person that was able to land a hit on Benimaru, which is none other than Captain Obi. Captain Obi is number 2 out of these 3 captains, strictly because his hand-to-hand combat is where he completely excels in, and that's where he forces his opponents to do. He forces his opponents to jump into hand-to-hand combat situations, in which we saw against an opponent of the level of Benimaru, right? We saw him use fire extinguishers and all types of other tools to force Benimaru to fight him hand-to-hand, and once it got close range, it was pretty much, a hit was going to be blown on Benimaru, which it did connect. No one else was able to connect a hit on Benimaru. So when I look at it from that perspective, I gotta give Captain Obi number 2 out of these 3 captains.
I mean, I agree and I disagree. I mean, if you're gonna look at the 2nd most powerful captain, and say, he's 2nd place because he was able to land a hit that did 1 damage against someone who had 10,000 HP. I would agree. However, I would definitely not be using that argument. I would use the argument that in the origins of the 8th, you see that Captain Obi was actually able to take the initiative, right? Take one fire axe weapon, find hinawa on the streets and say, yo, I don't know who you are, pull up with me though, we about to go take care of this infernal. I have no powers, I don't even know if you have powers, but come through, we're gonna get it done, all right?
Right.
He was given his own division with no fire powers. This is, as far as we know, this is the only captain to ever, attain status of captain without any firepower.
Speak his resume.
That is enough. But when you look at the 3rd place captain out of that list, Princess Hibana, you have to acknowledge that while her pyrokinetic abilities are pretty cool, you know, they look cool. You know, it's great for the anime, as it is a pretty strong visual anime. They're not really that powerful in a fight. In your favorite type of fight is what I'm getting at. In hand-to-hand combat, she doesn't really do much. We saw as soon as Shinra was able to get past long range and get on the inside, his first hit was able to knock her out and completely change her whole perspective in life. She forgot any other man that she knew, and she said, "Oh wait, did Shinra eat yet today? Is his foot? Did he need a massage? Is his bed made? Can I do some laundry around here? Is there anything I need to do for Shinra? Anyone else? Nah. But Shinra, yeah, man."
Listen, that is exactly what has happened. Obviously, you know, hand-to-hand combat-wise, Hibana is just lackluster. She excels in long-range combat. You know, her flower type pyrokinetic abilities are, you know, they're cool to watch. But that's not really going to do much against the likes of a Benimaru or an Obi. Nah. I can't really see that having much of an effect. She did happen to face Shinra, who I think is stronger than Obi. So that is kind of, you know, hard in and of itself for like one of her first fights that we ever get to see her. But yeah, she's not Obi level. I just think even, you know, she has one technique, which I think you forgot to mention, and that's her ability to make opponents, you know, dizzy by overheating. I think that would be the only way I can see her, you know, countering, you know, Obi or Benimaru. But the thing is I don't know if that's enough, because we were able to see Shinra just overpower that. I don't know necessarily if Benimaru can do that. I mean, not Benimaru, if Obi can do that, because he doesn't have any powers, but Benimaru would do that with ease. Obi, at the other hand, we know how powerful he is. You talked about how courageous he is. You know, fire extinguishing abilities. Once he gets inside on Hibana, the fight would be over immediately. It would end in seconds. So with that being said, you know, Hibana's number 3 for sure.
Yeah, I completely agree with everything you just said. Looks like we got some consensus.
All right, so you guys definitely let us know down in the comment section below. Rank these 3 captains out for us and let us know who's more powerful and who's weaker. And with that, see you next time.